Hello and welcome to another Pulse-Fired Gaming video. My name is Brendan and today we're going to talk about something that's very near and dear to the heart of the 3D printing Star Wars Armada community, tokens. Even before the Armada community was shocked, but not perhaps surprised that Atomic Mass Games was going to abandon Star Wars Armada and X-Wing, there's been a demand for game components to make 3D printed ships integrate into the game easier. We have 3D printed ships, we have 3D printed stands, but we were missing other game components like tokens. By the way, links to every creator that we talk about in the video will be in the description, so check it out. We were initially excited in our attempts to get color printed paper tokens mounted onto cardboard, but our lack of craftiness and the multiple poor results led us to believe that this was better left to people that could do it a lot better, more professionally, like Peter Saber and Exclamation Studios. But we pushed forward with physical development of new ships and squadrons and continued to fill our ongoing demands for a hungry Armada community looking for ships and stands. But we still knew that we were missing the feel of a more complete experience with a purchase. Customers consistently asked where they could find tokens and cards to go along with the amazing sculpts that we offered from the mainly talented sculptors that we showcase. We knew we had to get this need filled, and this is what we've got. So here we have, well, here they are. We have prototype iterations of the Rob's Workshop FDM printed token and the, for now anyway, finished FDM ship token from the Armada Legacy community member Wobble King. There's different design philosophies at work between these two, and we're going to get into that. They were both printed with a Bamboo Labs A1 with an AMS Lite for color printing. We printed with a slightly modified version of the Polyterra PLA profile, printed with a 0.4mm nozzle at 0.2mm layer height. So these are basically the default printing profiles that exist for that most people are gonna print. They each took a similar amount of time to print a similar amount of them. So we using 3 as an example, takes about the same amount of time for Venator from the Wobble King as 3 Venators from the Rob's Workshop versions. Talking to Rob and Wobble King reveals what some might consider obvious but well thought out design ideas. Wobble King's goal was to have, for it to be easy to understand and easy to deploy. And these are absolutely that. You can notice that we printed this one face down, so it picked up the texture of our build plate. However, you can also see that because it picks up the texture, it also picked up any imperfections that we have on our build plate. Can you see that there? So we've decided to print the rest of them right side up, so that they come without having those blemishes on there. They have everything they have to have and nothing else. They've got the name, they've got the LOS dots, and they've got the arcs for each ship. And these arcs have been very carefully reproduced from the official ones so that people can feel safe using these in games. As both Wobble King and the Legacy developer Space Navy have both pointed out, the dice and shields of any ship, the dice and shields of every single ship are on the cards already, so you don't have to worry about having those cards, having those numbers represented on the FDM tokens themselves. I love these for their simplicity and for the ease of use. We were very eager to gain a license to 3D print them, and Wobble King was very gracious and allowed us to get them. These are already listed on our Etsy store today if you're wanting to get them, and you can get them for every single release for official releases and many of the Armada Legacy releases, like ships from Halo or custom releases like the Subjugator Heavy that has the ignition arcs to the sides. Now, on the other hand, we've got the Rob's Workshops version of the ship token. This one was printed with these two colors reversed, but I think in the production one you would have the white where the black is and the black where the white is for easier visualization. There was a highly detailed print version of that was circulated through the Armada Reddit and Facebook pages, and we'll have a picture here to show what that was. When I saw those results, I was gobsmacked but I knew that it would require a smaller nozzle and way more time than I was willing to invest in a per token print. But very shortly afterwards, Rob actually reached out to me with some ideas on making it easier for stock printers to achieve the same or very similar results with a similar speed as the Wobble King versions. Rob shared the importance of reducing the waste created when you include multiple colors in an FDM print. I love that focus because even if it's not about environmental concerns, the benefits to the speeds were invariably tied to the reduced weight as well. Rob's great idea was to limit color changes to specific layers so that all of the colors that were used would be print at those specific layers. With that in mind, you can produce about 3 of these tokens with about the same speed as you can produce 3 Wobble King tokens. The general end goal is to include an option for ship token into the listings for all of the official ships that we have on our website, like the Consular, the Providence, and every other ship that was officially released, as well as the Armada Legacy and Armada Legends ships that get released through those 2 Discord communities. Again, here's an example of the Subjugator that is meant to sit on a SSD stand, or their SSD short stand, and has the ignition arcs for the ion cannons on the Subjugator. The communities are working hard to make as much of the game available to customers digitally through their army builders as possible. That will scoop up things like ships, ship cards, upgrade cards, damage decks, and stuff like that. We'll be very loud when these things come out, so you don't have to worry about missing it. And while they may be the first to offer them for sale, we definitely won't be the only ones. If you have your own 3D printer, like we said at the beginning, the files will be available for the Wobble King version in our description, so you can get those yourself. But if you don't have a 3D printer, like many people don't, you can come to our store and pick them up as well. I want to thank the community for continuing to support us while we throw printed starships at our customers as fast as we can. 2024 was beyond every expectation we set for ourselves, and 2025 already has us very excited for where it might lead. If you want to support us, join our call to action to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Favorite the listings that you find interesting on our Etsy store, and we also post early pictures of our painted ship results and whip pictures from the designers that we work with on our Instagram page before they go out onto our store. So follow us there if that interests you. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we will see you at printedstarships.com.